Feel the profound relief that washes through your body when you know at the deepest cellular level that you are completely financially secure. This is not something to earn. It's your birthright as a conscious creator in this universe. The only question is, will you allow yourself to receive the prosperity that's already trying to flow to you? Experience the exhilarating freedom of spending your time exactly as you choose. See yourself waking up each morning with no alarm clock, no commute you don't want to make, no obligations that don't align with your soul's purpose. Welcome to the Reality Revolution. This is the multi-generational wealth activation. What if I told you that right now, in this exact moment, you stand at the nexus point of infinite timelines? That with the focused power of your consciousness, you could select and activate the precise reality thread where you not only manifest extraordinary abundance for yourself, but extend that prosperity through the corridors of time to touch generations yet unborn. This is not fantasizing. This is quantum reality architecture. The latest understanding of consciousness shows us that we exist in a probability cloud of potential timelines, each vibrating at different frequencies, each offering different manifestations of our existence. And among these countless timelines exists your optimal prosperity path, the one golden thread where wealth flows to you with elegant simplicity, where abundance becomes your natural state, where the decisions you make today create ripples of prosperity that cascade through centuries, freeing your descendants to evolve beyond material concerns and explore the full spectrum of human potential. What we're activating today isn't just about money. It's about consciously choosing a reality where time freedom, relationship abundance, evolutionary opportunity, and yes, financial wealth become your inheritance to future generations. We're pattern interrupting the old scarcity programming and installing a new operating system of perpetual abundance. In the next few minutes, I invite you to journey with me beyond the limitations of conventional thinking into a realm where you become the conscious architect of not just your reality, but the reality of your entire family line, where you stand as the fulcrum point, the critical ancestor who changed everything. Are you ready to activate your multi-generational prosperity timeline, to vibrationally shift into the version of you who creates wealth that transcends time? Welcome, quantum explorers, to this extraordinary journey of conscious timeline activation. What we're embarking on today is not just another meditation. It's nothing less than a deliberate reality-shifting experience designed to reorganize the very fabric of your existence. At every moment, you exist at the center of a vast branching network of potential realities. Each decision, each focus of attention, each shift in belief creates ripples across the quantum field of possibilities. Most people drift unconsciously between these timelines, buffeted by circumstance, chance, and the gravitational pull of collective belief systems. But what if, and this is the revolutionary understanding that's transforming how we conceive of human potential, what if you could consciously select your timeline? What if, through the focused power of your attention, through the electromagnetic field of your heart, through the quantum entanglement of your consciousness with the field of all possibilities, you could choose to step into your most abundant reality stream? This isn't wishful thinking. It's the cutting edge of where quantum physics meets consciousness studies. The observer effect doesn't just apply in laboratory settings. It applies to the grand experiment that is your life. Your conscious attention collapses wave functions of probability into particles of experience. You are quite literally creating your reality through observation. And today, we're going to harness this profound power to activate a dual manifestation. First, your personal prosperity timeline, the reality where money flows to you with elegant ease, where abundance is your natural state, where you break free from the ancestral algorithms of lack and struggle that may have defined your lineage for generations, and simultaneously your multi-generational wealth timeline. The timeline where the prosperity you manifest now becomes an energetic inheritance, flowing through the corridors of time to touch lives not yet born, where you become the pivotal ancestor, the one who changed everything, the one who established a new pattern of abundance that extends for centuries. This is your optimal timeline for wealth manifestation, the golden thread among infinite possibilities, where your highest potential for prosperity merges with your soul's evolutionary journey. This timeline already exists. We're not creating it. We're simply activating your resonance with it, bringing you into vibrational alignment with this already existing potential. Let's dive now into the quantum field of your personal prosperity, that vibrant energy signature that represents the you who exists in complete abundance. Take a moment and feel into what prosperity truly means for you. Not the conditioned, socially programmed version of wealth, but your authentic resonance with abundance. Is it the freedom to pursue your deepest passions without financial constraint? Is it the power to say yes to experiences that call to your soul? Is it the capacity to create, to build, to manifest your visions in the material world? Prosperity isn't just numbers in an account. It's a state of being. It's the exhilarating freedom that comes when you've transcended the gravitational pull of financial limitation. Can you feel that? The lightness, the expansiveness, the sense of infinite possibility that emerges when money transitions from being a source of stress to being a magnificent tool for creation and experience. Now see yourself walking through your life completely free from financial constraints. See the decisions you make when abundance is your baseline reality. Watch how differently you move through the world, how differently you carry yourself, how differently you express your gifts when the background radiation of your existence is prosperity rather than scarcity. Feel the profound relief that washes through your body when you know at the deepest cellular level that you are completely financially secure, that your needs aren't just met, but abundantly exceeded, that you possess the resources to handle any circumstance life might present, that you can provide generously for yourself and those you love. This state of prosperity consciousness isn't something you need to earn or prove yourself worthy of. It is your natural state. The universe itself operates on principles of abundance. Look at the trillions of stars, the billions of galaxies, the infinite expressions of life on Earth. Scarcity is the illusion. Abundance is the reality. If you only knew how much money you had in your bank account after you leave this earth. Yet so many of us carry these ancient limiting beliefs that we're not worthy of wealth, that prosperity is for others but not for us, that there's something spiritual about struggle, that money is somehow tainted. These are not your beliefs, they are programming you inherited from family systems, religious institutions, educational structures, and a culture built on artificial scarcity. Right now, I want you to feel any resistance arising within you, any voice that whispers, "This isn't for me," or "I don't deserve this level of abundance," and recognize it as foreign programming. It is not your truth. It's residual coding from systems designed to limit human potential. Your worthiness is to receive profound abundance. This is not something to earn. It's your birthright as a conscious creator in this universe. The only question is, will you allow yourself to receive the prosperity that's already trying to flow to you? Will you open the channels that have been artificially constricted? As you breathe in deeply now, imagine those channels of abundance widening with each breath. Feel the resistance dissolving, the worthiness expanding, the prosperity consciousness activating at the quantum level of your being. You're not just visualizing abundance, you are tuning to the frequency where it already exists. This is the foundation of your personal prosperity timeline, the vibrational signature of you living in complete alignment with the abundant universe. Feel it energizing every cell, recoding your DNA, restructuring the very atomic patterns of your existence to match the reality you're choosing to manifest. Now let's quantum leap beyond your personal prosperity into something even more magnificent. The activation of your multi-generational wealth timeline. This is where your consciousness expands beyond the boundaries of your individual existence and recognizes your position as a critical nexus point in the grand framework of your family line. You are not just creating abundance for yourself. You are establishing energetic patterns that will reverberate through centuries. Imagine financial freedom that transcends the limitations of a single lifetime. What you're activating today isn't just wealth that serves you during your years on this planet. It's wealth that continues, that compounds, that grows long after you've transitioned from this physical expression. You're establishing financial structures, investment patterns, and abundant systems that become a living legacy, continuing to generate prosperity for generations you will never personally meet. Can you feel the magnitude of what we're doing here? The decisions you make now, the consciousness you embody today, the vibrational frequency you establish in this moment creates ripples that extend far beyond the horizon of your vision. You're not just changing your life, you're changing the trajectory of your entire lineage. But this goes far beyond mere financial instruments. You're creating a legacy of knowledge and wisdom about wealth consciousness that will pass through generations. The prosperity principles you embody, the abundance mindset you cultivate, the wealth intelligence you develop, these become part of your energetic inheritance to future generations. Your descendants won't just receive material wealth, they'll inherit the consciousness of prosperity that you are activating right now. They'll be born into a reality where abundance is their baseline, where prosperity is their starting point, where wealth is the foundation upon which they build their unique contributions to humanity. And here's the most profound aspect of this multi-generational timeline. We're activating. You're creating a foundation that frees future generations to evolve spiritually. When basic survival needs are abundantly met, consciousness can expand into realms of exploration, innovation, creativity, and spiritual development that simply aren't accessible when struggling with material concerns. You are doing an immense service for those generations ahead of you. What becomes possible for a human being when they're completely liberated from concerns about survival and security? What heights can consciousness reach when it's not tethered to financial worry? What contributions can emerge when a soul incarnates into a reality where abundance is already established? You're not just creating wealth, you're creating evolutionary possibility for your entire lineage. You're establishing a platform from which future generations can launch into levels of consciousness exploration and spiritual development that might have remained inaccessible without the foundation you're building now. Feel the weight of this responsibility and opportunity. Feel how your present moment choices ripple through the corridors of time. Feel how the prosperity consciousness you're activating now becomes a beacon that calls to souls not yet born, souls who have chosen to incarnate through your lineage precisely because of the abundance foundation you are establishing in this moment. This is multi-generational wealth in its truest form. Not just passing down material resources, but passing forward the vibration of prosperity consciousness that liberates your lineage from ancient patterns of lack and struggle, freeing them to explore the full spectrum of human potential. Every choice you make around abundance, every decision, every belief, every action creates ripples that extend far beyond what your physical eyes can perceive. The quantum mechanics of consciousness tells us that nothing exists in isolation. Everything is interconnected in this vast web of energetic causality. When you decide in this moment to step fully into your prosperity timeline, you're not just changing your bank balance, you're restructuring the very DNA of your family's future. The prosperity choices you make today are like stones dropped into the pond of time, creating concentric circles of influence that touch shores that you cannot see. The investment you make now, the business you start today, the abundance mindset you cultivate in this moment doesn't just affect your immediate experience. It establishes vibrational patterns that future generations will inherit at the energetic level through your DNA, through your energy. Your great-grandchildren, who you may never physically meet, will subconsciously resonate with the prosperity frequency you're activating right now. I am activating this through the vibration of my voice, the frequency of this music, through the linguistic patterns that I am using. This is an ancient yet modern technology of consciousness transformation. You have the power to break ancestral patterns of lack and scarcity that may have defined your lineage for centuries. Those stories of we don't have enough, those beliefs that money is scarce, those family narratives about struggle being noble. You become the pattern interrupt. You become the quantum anomaly that redirects the entire energetic trajectory of your family line. Can you feel the weight of this responsibility? Can you feel the power of this opportunity? For generations, your ancestors may have been locked in recurring cycles of financial struggle, passing down limiting beliefs about prosperity from one generation to the next. And now, in this cosmic moment, you stand at the fulcrum point with the conscious choice to end that pattern. When you refuse to continue the scarcity programming, when you choose instead to embody prosperity consciousness, you're not just changing your life, you're healing ancestral wounds that extend backwards through time while simultaneously liberating all who come after you. This is how you establish new abundance patterns for your future lineage, by consciously stepping in to the vibrational signature of prosperity, by making decisions from a place of abundance rather than lack, by seeing money as a magnificent tool for creation and expansion rather than a source of stress and limitation. You're creating a new template that becomes the inheritance of future generations. Imagine children born into your lineage 7 generations from now, arriving with inherent knowing that prosperity is their birthright. Imagine them carrying an intuitive understanding of wealth principles that you activated in this moment. Imagine your future generations building upon the foundation you establish, taking prosperity consciousness to levels we can't even conceive of from our present perspectives. We make this so now in this moment. Imagine it. This is the ripple effect of the abundance decisions you're making right now. This is the magnitude of the timeline activation that we're engaging in. You're not just shifting your personal reality, you're becoming a critical nexus point in the evolution of prosperity consciousness for your entire family line. Take a deep breath and feel the responsibility. Now take another deep breath and embrace the opportunity. You stand at the threshold of a magnificent transformation that extends far beyond the boundaries of your individual existence. Now let's anchor into this moment, this precise cosmic coordinate where your consciousness meets infinite possibility. Become intensely aware of your present energy signature. Feel the electromagnetic field of your heart and notice the quantum fluctuations of your thoughts. Sense the vibrational frequency that you're currently embodying. This is your launching point. This is your quantum platform. This is where your journey into your optimal prosperity timeline begins in this exquisite present moment awareness. Now visualize your current timeline as a luminous path of light extending both behind and ahead of you. See it pulsing with data, with experience, with memory, with potential. This glowing thread represents the reality track you've been traveling, a unique signature of choices, beliefs, and vibrational states that has led you to this precise moment of awakening. But look closely and you'll notice something magnificent. This timeline isn't singular. It's constantly bifurcating, splitting into countless potential futures at every decision point. Each choice, each shift in your consciousness, each intentional focus creates a timeline bifurcation point where reality branches into multiple possible expressions. These bifurcation points aren't just conceptual, they're actual quantum mechanics at work in your life. The double slit experiment shows us that particles exist in states of probability until observed. Your consciousness is the observer that collapses probability waves into your experienced reality. Right now, in this moment, you stand at a critical bifurcation point before you extend countless potential timelines, some leading to continued financial struggle, some to moderate success, some to magnificent abundance, and one specific timeline that represents your optimal path to both personal prosperity and multi-generational wealth. To select this optimal timeline, you must first identify your core values around abundance. What does prosperity truly mean to you? not the conditioned version, but your authentic truth? Is it freedom, security, the capacity to give generously, the ability to create without limitation, the power to solve problems at scale? Feel into your deepest values around personal prosperity. What kind of wealthy person do you aspire to be? How will abundance change how you show up in the world? What will financial freedom allow you to express that might currently be dormant? Now expand your awareness to include your values around extended abundance, the prosperity that flows beyond your individual lifetime. What kind of legacy do you wish to establish? What financial foundation do you want to create for future generations? What prosperity consciousness do you want to pass forward through time? These core values act as energetic coordinates in the quantum field. They're the specific frequencies you must align with to activate your optimal prosperity timeline. They become the navigational beacons that guide you through the infinite sea of possibilities to your desired reality. And as you breathe deeply now, feel these values illuminating within you, creating a unique vibrational signature that resonates with your optimal prosperity timeline. Feel how this resonance creates a magnetic attraction between your current consciousness and the reality track you're choosing to activate. You're not just visualizing a different future. You're literally shifting the quantum probability field through the focused power of your conscious attention. You're stepping into alignment with the version of reality where your prosperity is already manifest. This is the foundation of effective timeline selection, this perfect alignment between your deepest values and the vibrational frequency of the reality you choose to experience. Feel it crystallizing now as you prepare to fully activate your ultimate prosperity timeline. Now we enter the realm where your consciousness literally begins to restructure reality through the electromagnetic power of focused intention. These aren't mere daydreams. They're reality construction blueprints that your subconscious mind and the quantum field use to manifest your optimal prosperity timeline. I want you to see yourself now living in complete abundance, not as some distant future possibility, but as your present reality. See the version of you who exists in that perfect prosperity timeline. Notice how differently they move through the world. See how they stand, how they speak, and how they make decisions from a place of absolute financial freedom. Feel what it's like to have all your needs met effortlessly. The sensation of knowing that money flows to you with elegant simplicity through multiple channels in amounts that continuously exceed your expectations. This isn't about struggling or striving or working hard. It's about allowing the natural abundance of the universe to flow through you without resistance. Now intensify this visualization. See yourself checking your financial accounts and witnessing them overflowing with wealth. See the specific numbers. Don't be shy about the magnitude. See those accounts growing consistently, automatically, exponentially. Feel the emotional response in your body when you see those numbers, the combination of excitement, gratitude, and profound peace that comes with true financial abundance. Can you feel the difference between your current reality and this visualization? That gap, that delta, is simply energy waiting to be reorganized through your focused consciousness. You're not creating something from nothing. You're simply tuning to the frequency where this abundance already exists. Now imagine making significant purchases without the slightest concern for cost. See yourself investing in that dream home, that ideal vehicle, that life-changing experience, and feel the complete absence of financial stress or worry. Feel what it's like when the question isn't, can I afford this, but simply, do I choose this? Experience the exhilarating freedom of spending your time exactly as you choose. See yourself waking up each morning with no alarm clock, no commute you don't want to make, no obligations that don't align with your soul's purpose. You have complete temporal autonomy, the ultimate luxury in human existence. See how differently you structure your days when time is abundant rather than scarce. As these imaginings intensify, notice the physical sensations in your body. Feel the relaxation in your shoulders as financial stress dissolves. Notice the expansion in your chest as prosperity consciousness activates. Feel the tingling energy in your hands, the manifestation centers of your energetic body as they prepare to receive and create extraordinary abundance. These sensations aren't imaginary, they're the physiological feedback of your nervous system reorganizing to match the reality you're choosing to experience. Your body is literally recalibrating to the frequency of prosperity. Now amplify this visualization by adding sound. Hear the specific words people say to you in this prosperity timeline. Hear yourself speaking with total financial confidence. Hear the conversations you have about wealth, about investments, about the impact you're making through your abundance. Add movement to your multisensory experience. Feel yourself moving through space with confidence, the groundedness, the graceful power of someone who exists in complete prosperity. See the specific actions you take, the decisions you make, the opportunities you recognize and seize from this elevated state of consciousness. Once again, this is not fantasy. This is quantum reality selection. Through the focused power of your imagination coupled with emotional intensity, you're shifting probability fields, collapsing wave functions, and aligning with the version of reality where your prosperity is already manifest. Hold this image with unwavering intensity, as if your entire reality depends on it, because it does. You're not just imagining prosperity, you're becoming the version of you who already exists in that optimal timeline. Now, let's leap beyond personal wealth into the architectural dimension of multi-generational prosperity. This is where you become not just a wealth receiver, but a wealth designer, creating financial instruments that transcend the limitations of your individual lifetime. See yourself now with absolute clarity and precision, establishing sophisticated trusts that act as financial entities, continuing your wealth vision long after your physical form has transformed. These aren't just legal documents, they're energetic vessels carrying your prosperity consciousness forward through time. See the specific structure of these trusts, the careful provisions, the strategic growth mechanisms, the conscious protections that ensure your wealth continues to serve your lineage rather than limiting their growth. See yourself working with the most brilliant financial architects to design these structures with divine precision. Now amplify what you're seeing. See these trusts growing and multiplying across decades, across centuries, across millennia. The initial seeds of wealth you plant expand exponentially through wise management and the miraculous power of compound growth. Through your energy, investment, through your ideas. What begins as thousands becomes millions, becomes billions, becomes trillions over the generational timeline you're activating. Feel the profound sense of peace and completion that washes over you when you know that your prosperity extends far beyond your physical lifetime, that you've created financial instruments that continue generating abundance for your family line for generations yet unborn. See yourself establishing foundations that embody your highest values. These aren't just wealth containers, they're consciousness vehicles that carry forward not just your money, but your wisdom, your vision, your values around prosperity. See these foundations becoming powerful forces for continued abundance, creating prosperity ripples that extend far beyond your immediate family. See your investment portfolio not just as it exists today, but as it evolves across decades. See yourself making investment decisions based not on quarterly returns, but on century-long growth trajectories. Feel what it's like to think in terms of wealth that compounds across generations rather than months or years. Now intensify this multidimensional visualization. See yourself creating comprehensive financial structures that ensure your family's prosperity for generations. See the interlocking systems of trusts, investments, business properties, and intellectual assets that you ultimately manifest that create an unshakable foundation of abundance for your descendants. You might see educational systems you establish to ensure future generations understand how to manage, grow, and consciously direct this wealth. As this visualization crystallizes in your consciousness, feel the resonance between your current self and the magnificent prosperity architect you're becoming. Feel how this future version of you already exists in the quantum field, already knowing how to create these structures, already understanding the precise mechanisms for establishing multi-generational wealth. You're not learning this from scratch. You're remembering wealth wisdom that already exists in your higher consciousness. You're activating prosperity intelligence that is already encoded in your DNA, waiting for this precise moment of awakening. Feel the absolute certainty that you will create these financial instruments, that the knowledge, the connections, the opportunities, the resources you need will arrive at the perfect time through synchronistic alignment, that your optimal prosperity timeline includes every element required to manifest this multi-generational wealth vision. This is quantum selection of the reality track, where these structures are already established. Through the focused power of your consciousness, you align with this timeline where your prosperity self is fully expressed and manifest. Now expand your prosperity consciousness into the realm of legacy creation, where your abundance becomes not just a gift, but a sacred trust that flows through generations yet unborn. See yourself creating a secure foundation that stands as an energetic fortress, protecting and nurturing your family line through the inevitable fluctuations of economies, through the rise and fall of nations, through the transformation of entire financial systems. This isn't just about money. It's about creating unshakable stability and becomes the bedrock upon which future generations build their lives. See the specific elements of this secure foundation, the diversified assets, the strategic holdings across multiple countries, the balance of growth, investments, and security provisions that ensure your family prosperity remains anti-fragile, actually strengthening through periods of volatility and change rather than being diminished by them. Feel what it's like to know at the deepest cellular level that your descendants will be protected no matter what changes sweep through the world, that the foundation you establish contains the wisdom, the foresight, the strategic brilliance to adapt and evolve as civilization itself transforms. Now amplify this. See the abundance you create today flowing through time, like a magnificent river, enriching the lives of your descendants in ways you cannot even fully imagine from your present perspective. This prosperity stream doesn't just provide material security, it creates possibility, opportunity, and growth potential for each soul that incarnates into your lineage and beyond. See specific individuals, your children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and beyond, standing in this river of abundance you've created. You're sending them your light, your love. See how differently they move through life compared to those without such a foundation. Watch how they make decisions based on purpose and passion rather than necessity and survival. Observe how their creativity, their innovation, their evolution, their contribution to humanity expands exponentially because of the prosperity platform you've established in this moment. Feel the profound gratitude that flows back to you through time, the appreciation of descendants who recognize the magnitude of what you created. See future family gatherings where your portrait hangs in a place of honor, where your name is spoken with reverence, where the prosperity story of your family begins with the decisive actions you took in this present moment. Notice how this affects your present decisions. Feel how connecting with this legacy consciousness transforms how you think about money now, how it extends your planning horizon from months or years to decades and centuries, how it elevates your financial thinking from consumption to creation, from spending to building, from self-focused to lineage-focused. This is not about creating wealth for its own sake. It's about establishing a legacy of possibility that frees future generations to evolve beyond material concerns. It's about providing the foundation from which your descendants can launch into spiritual evolution, creative expression, and purposeful contribution at levels that might remain inaccessible without the prosperity platform you're creating. Now feel the weight of this responsibility and the magnificence of this opportunity merging in your consciousness now. You stand at a critical junction point, a nexus of decision where you can redirect the entire prosperity trajectory of your family line through conscious, intentional choice. Now we enter the quantum sensing phase of our activation, where you develop the consciousness technology to actually perceive and select your optimal abundance timeline from the infinite possibilities that extend before you. I want you to imagine your consciousness expanding beyond the limitations of linear time, beyond the artificial construct of past, present, future, into the quantum reality where all possibilities exist simultaneously in superposition. From this elevated perspective, you can literally sense the different timeline trajectories available to you. Now close your eyes and feel yourself at the center of a vast radiant web of potential realities. Each luminous thread extending from this present moment represents a different possible future, a different version of you moving through a different version of reality. Some of these timelines contain versions of you struggling. Some show you achieving moderate success. Some reveal versions of you who attain personal wealth but fail to establish lasting multi-generational abundance. And then there it is, the optimal timeline, the golden thread that pulses with extraordinary energy. This is the reality track where both your personal prosperity and your multi-generational wealth legacy manifest in the highest expression. This resonates and coincides with every timeline activation I've done on the channel. This is fine-tuning it and adding the element of multi-generational wealth. That's all it's doing. Now, when you connect with the timelines of struggle, you notice the constriction in your body, the heaviness in your field, the discord in your emotional state. These sensations aren't random. They're your consciousness giving you feedback about vibrational alignment. Now feel into the timeline moderate success and you'll feel that it feels better but still contains subtle notes of compromise. Then merge your consciousness with optimal abundance, the optimal abundance timeline for you. Instantly feel the difference. There's an unmistakable resonance that occurs, a harmonic convergence between your highest self and this magnificent destiny. Your body responds with expansion, with elevation, with cellular recognition. This isn't just imagination, it's quantum navigation through feeling. Each timeline has a unique signature energy, a specific vibrational frequency that distinguishes it from all other possibilities. The signature of your optimal prosperity timeline contains notes of freedom, of security, of generosity, of legacy, of purpose fulfilled through abundance. It has a multi-dimensional quality that extends beyond your individual lifetime into the prosperity of generations yet unborn. This signature isn't generic, it's specifically calibrated to your soul's evolutionary journey. It contains the precise prosperity path that serves your highest development while simultaneously creating a foundation for your entire lineage. Feel how perfectly it aligns with your deepest values, your authentic purpose, your soul's trajectory. As you build awareness of how this timeline feels different from other possibilities, you're developing the most important wealth technology possible, the ability to discern and maintain alignment with your optimal timeline. This sensory awareness becomes your navigational system, constantly providing feedback about whether your choices, your beliefs, your actions are aligning with or diverging from your abundance timeline. This is practical consciousness technology. Just as a self-driving car uses sensors to maintain its course, you're developing the ability to sense when you're on or off your optimal prosperity track. This feedback system becomes your most valuable asset in manifesting extraordinary abundance for yourself and your lineage. Now take a deep breath and lock in this sensory recognition of your optimal timeline. Let it become the new baseline from which you navigate all prosperity decisions. We now arrive at the sacred space where intention meets manifestation, where consciousness collapses probability waves into tangible reality. First, we must align your entire energetic system with the frequency of your optimal prosperity timeline. Take 3 deep intentional breaths, each one bringing you into greater resonance with the abundance reality that you've identified. Feel each breath dissolving the vibrational patterns of limitation and scarcity that may have defined your relationship with wealth. And as you exhale, release all energetic resistance to receiving extraordinary abundance. Let go of the ancestral programming that wealth is scarce, that prosperity is for others, but not for you, that there's virtue in financial struggle. These are not your authentic patterns. They're inherited distortions that have no place in your optimal timeline. Now feel the specific frequency of your prosperity timeline entering through your crown. Let it flow down through your entire being, recoding your DNA, reprogramming your subconscious, restructuring your electromagnetic field to match the reality where your prosperity is already manifest. Feel this energy reaching every cell, every atom, every quantum particle of your existence, creating perfect resonance between your vibrational state and the state of the you who exists in that optimal timeline. This isn't metaphorical, it's literal, energetic recalibration that the quantum field responds to instantly. Now let's anchor this new vibrational state through the power of conscious declaration. Repeat these affirmations internally with absolute conviction, feeling them activating at the cellular level. I am now fully aligned with my optimal prosperity timeline. Extraordinary abundance flows to me naturally and effortlessly. I am the conscious creator of wealth that transcends generations. I am worthy of receiving unlimited prosperity. My financial decisions today create abundance for centuries to come. I am the pivotal ancestor who transformed my family's wealth consciousness forever. Every cell of my being is coded for extraordinary prosperity. I recognize and seize the perfect opportunities to create multi-generational wealth. I am the conscious architect of extraordinary abundance that transcends generations. My prosperity consciousness creates ripples through time, establishing wealth patterns that expand for centuries. I stand at the nexus point of infinite timelines and consciously select the reality where my abundance is already manifest. Money flows to me through multiple channels with elegant simplicity and perfect timing. I am worthy of receiving unlimited prosperity as my natural state of being. My financial decisions today create magnificent opportunity structures for generations yet unborn. I recognize and seize the perfect opportunities to create multi-generational wealth with divine precision. I decree that I now exist in perfect vibrational alignment with my optimal prosperity timeline. I decree that every thought, word, and action I express is in perfect harmony with multi-generational wealth creation. I decree that all limiting ancestral patterns around money are now dissolved and replaced with boundless abundance consciousness. I decree that I now perceive opportunities invisible to others, allowing me to create wealth structures of extraordinary magnitude. I decree that I am the conscious fulcrum point where my entire family's line, prosperity, destiny pivots toward extraordinary abundance. I declare myself fully merged with my optimal multi-generational wealth timeline now and forevermore. I declare that my conscious choice to embody prosperity ripples backward and forward through time, healing ancestral patterns and liberating future generations. I declare that I exist as the highest expression of prosperity consciousness, making decisions from expanded awareness of their generational impact. I declare that from this moment forward, I move through reality as the architect of prosperity that transforms not just my life, but the lives of countless souls yet to be born. I declare that all probability fields now collapse into the singular reality where my multi-generational wealth vision is fully manifest. Feel each declaration sending ripples through the quantum field, collapsing probability waves into the specific reality where these statements are already true. These aren't wishes or hopes, they're recognitions of what already exists in the timeline you have activated. Now see yourself emerging completely with your prosperity timeline. See that golden thread of optimal abundance approaching you, moving towards you at increasing speed. Feel the moment of impact as it enters your energy field, creating a magnificent explosion of light as your consciousness fully aligns with this new reality track. This merger isn't partial or temporary, it's complete and permanent. You're not visiting this timeline, you're becoming the version of you who already exists there. As this merger completes, we establish sacred energetic agreements with future generations. See your descendants appearing before you in a semicircle. Children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren extending outward for 7 generations. These souls, some already incarnate, some yet to be born, are connecting with you across time to establish a prosperity covenant. Declare to them now, I commit to creating the abundance foundation upon which you will build magnificent lives. I accept the responsibility of becoming the prosperity architect for our lineage. I pledge to make financial decisions, not just for my benefit, but for your freedom and evolution. Now feel their response, the gratitude, the acknowledgement, the sacred recognition of your role in their destiny. Feel them sending streams of supportive energy back to you, strengthening your resolve, amplifying your prosperity consciousness, adding their intention to yours in a magnificent convergence of trans-temporal collaboration. This exchange creates an unbreakable bond, a sacred contract that transcends physical time and activates synchronistic forces to support your prosperity journey. Your future lineage is literally reaching back through time to assist you in creating the abundance foundation they will build upon. We establish the energetic foundations for wealth that transcend time. See yourself creating a magnificent structure in the quantum field, a multidimensional sacred geometry that serves as the energetic blueprint for your legacy. This structure contains precise vibrational codes for abundance, for wise stewardship, for generational thinking, for prosperity consciousness that will inform every decision you make from this moment forward. Feel this structure anchoring deep into the earth beneath you while simultaneously extending upward. This creates a perpetual flow of energy channeling through you into the material world. This activation is complete. You have successfully aligned with this, merged with, and fully embodied your optimal prosperity timeline. Now we enter the most critical phase, moving from energetic alignment to full embodiment. I want you to fully embody the persona of your wealthy ancestral progenitor. Not as a future possibility, but as your present identity. Feel yourself becoming this person now. Feel how differently they stand, how differently they speak. Notice how this version of you thinks about money, not with anxiety or limitation, but with creative possibility. This ancestral progenitor version of you understands that wealth is not just accumulated, it's architected through conscious design. They think in terms of systems, structures, and legacy. You now begin filtering every financial choice through the wisdom of your prosperity timeline. Before making any money decision, whether it's a small purchase or a major investment, you pause and ask, is this choice aligned with my multi-generational wealth timeline? Is this what my wealthy ancestral progenitor self would do? See your wealth expanding exponentially. See your financial structures growing and multiplying. This is not difficult. This does not mean that you're working hard. This is coming to you easily and quickly, and see your descendants thriving because of the foundations that you're establishing now. Let's briefly amplify your timeline shift by accessing the concentrated power of those who came before you. While your ancestors created your current reality, they carry wisdom. The ancestral wisdom keepers stand ready to support your prosperity evolution. See your ancestral lineage extending behind you like a magnificent luminous chain, stretching back through generations, through centuries and millennia. These aren't just historical figures, they're conscious energy patterns that exist beyond physical time and space, ready to download their wisdom directly into your being. Within this ancestral line exists prosperity masters, those who achieved extraordinary abundance in their time, who created wealth, who built empires, who established legacies. They may not be your direct biological ancestors, but they are your energetic ancestors, souls whose prosperity consciousness you can access and embody. Take a deep breath and declare your readiness to receive this prosperity download. I am open to receiving the accumulated wealth wisdom of all my ancestors who achieved extraordinary abundance. I welcome their energy, their knowledge, their prosperity consciousness into my being now. Feel a magnificent portal open above your crown, a direct connection to those ancestral prosperity masters, and see light beginning to flow down through this channel, carrying concentrated essence of wealth consciousness that has evolved through countless generations. This light contains specific information, wealth strategies, prosperity mindsets, abundance codes, lessons from mistakes made that have proven effective across centuries. It's not abstract energy, it's practical wisdom. And as this light enters your crown, feel it activating your pineal gland, your internal antenna for receiving multidimensional information. This light moves down into your brain, illuminating neural pathways associated with prosperity consciousness. This download continues flowing into your heart center, igniting the courage and conviction, the unwavering certainty that characterized your most abundant ancestors. This energy continues downward through your solar plexus, the center of your personal power and manifestation ability. Feel it strengthening your prosperity will. The golden light moves into your sacral center, activating your creative relationship with abundance. Feel it igniting your ability to generate wealth through innovation, through originality, through the unique expression of your gifts in the world. Finally, this reaches your root chakra, your foundation, your connection to physical reality, where manifestation completes its journey from energy to matter. As this download completes its journey through your energetic system, feel yourself becoming a living synthesis of your own unique prosperity consciousness and the accumulated wealth wisdom of your entire ancestral line. You're not just accessing energy, you're becoming the culmination of their collective abundance evolution. From this moment forward, you move through a world as a different being, not just thinking different thoughts about wealth, but actually embodying a different prosperity frequency. The version of you who existed before this activation and the version who exists now are separated by a quantum leap in consciousness that will manifest as a quantum leap in your material abundance. Understand the magnitude of what you've accomplished. You've activated not just your personal prosperity, but established an energetic foundation for generations of your lineage. The decisions you make from this moment forward don't just affect your bank account. They ripple through corridors of time, creating abundance waves that will lift souls not yet born into extraordinary possibility. In the coming days and weeks, be extraordinarily attentive to the synchronicities that begin to appear. The universe will speak to you through meaningful coincidences, through chance encounters, through unexpected opportunities that align perfectly with your multi-generational wealth vision. You'll notice certain people being mysteriously drawn into your experience. Individuals who carry specific pieces of knowledge, connection, or opportunity that your prosperity timeline requires. Remember, this activation is an ongoing process of conscious timeline reinforcement. Each decision you make strengthens or weakens your connection to this prosperous reality. Choose wisely, choose consciously, choose from the prosperity of the wealthy ancestral progenitor that you've become. Ask yourself with each financial choice, is this aligned with my multi-generational wealth vision? You stand at the beginning of a magnificent journey, the conscious creation of wealth that transcends your individual lifetime and becomes the foundation upon which generations will build their dreams. You've accepted the sacred responsibility of becoming the pivotal ancestor, the one who transformed everything, the one who established the prosperity patterns that will define your lineage for centuries to come. Go forth with absolute certainty that the abundance you've created is already yours, not as a future possibility, but as a present reality that is now manifesting with perfect divine timing. You're not moving towards this timeline. It's something you've already become through this activation. Live from that truth, make decisions from that knowing, and watch as the material world reorganizes itself to match the magnificent abundance frequency you now embody. The activation is complete, the timeline is chosen, prosperity is manifest, and the generations that follow will forever remember this as the moment when everything changed. Please share in the comments what sort of changes occurred for you after experiencing this activation. And if you're interested in coaching to help you along this pathway into your timeline, you can email me at chiefexecutiveprime@gmail.com and just put coaching in the subject line. You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com. And welcome to The Reality Revolution.